Oh. And it stops the moment I click away from the dang window. THQ is coming back? What? I had not heard this news. Are they going to make all the WWE games again? That's all I want to know. Oh, let me know how this audio mix sounds as well. Ah, got Afterburner, got Outrun, got Space Harrier, Super Hang On. Sega Arcade Gallery is a cartridge I picked up just 2 weekends ago when I was down in Richmond, as it turns out. Oh, Red Faction. Alright. And of course, it's going to do this thing until, there we go. Well, that's good news. This is a cartridge I picked up at like at an antique mall in Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, turns out, is not a bad place for finding old retro games. But honestly, of course, the main thing I was excited about this is that this is apparently a pretty darn good port of the arcade classic Outrun, which was my first arcade driving game experience. So beautiful. Let's go into the options here real quick. Doesn't actually tell you what control types A, B, and C are, but you do have the option of different ones. Let's go ahead and play here. I am going to leave the music at this default tune, which honestly, I just love and makes me so happy and relaxed. This may be the tune that, if it ever comes to having to plan for a funeral, like if I happen to collide with a tree while driving in a Ferrari Testarossa convertible, I'll go ahead and have people play something like this for my super pleasant wake. Everybody just relax, chill out. Nothing more you can do. What fine timing indeed. Wow. You know, I did a test of this the other day and I was in much better shape. At this rate, I'm barely going to get to the first checkpoint. You know, I enjoy a good superhighway with this amount of lane to choose from. There we go. You get through that little S bend and you're mostly alright. And branching paths. The real parlor trick of Outrun. This car is clearly an old Toyota. Who would have thought? And people thought those things were made out of flimsy metal. Now, for anybody who is watching this in the future on YouTube, because as far as I can tell, it's pretty much just Lethal here who knows Outrun, clearly. I also kind of like how the, like, I know it's meant to be sort of an image of a Ferrari prancing horse in the back of the car there. It looks to me more like it's an ampersand or something, or possibly a messed up image of the outline of Texas. Ah, I just came to the branching paths, and that was it. Here are the best outrunners. I'm apparently the 12th best outrunner. I can't imagine it myself, but apparently a lot of people didn't outrun that much. Let's give it another shot. And just so that people get an idea of it. Oh, and look at that realistic hand-dialing action. The Ampersandi brand. We'll try Magical Sound Shower, which you may now recognize as having been the menu theme, too. Kind of a little sassy bossa nova thing going. Now, Sega originally marketed this as a driving game, not a racing game, because I guess you weren't racing against particular other cars, and they thought it was more just like a just take a chill summer drive. So maybe think about it as seasonally appropriate. Well, I sure managed to keep control of my car in that very strange circumstance, didn't I? Well, there you go. Just had to get those cobwebs out. Not a problem. And just have better luck with, I guess, spinning slightly rather than completely crashing and being propelled out of my car, shown here. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, that's like a little Bo Diddley beat they put on the end there. Dip, 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 dip. The reckless driving simulator, unlike Gran Turismo, which came later as the real driving simulator. This you wouldn't really do. But yeah, this was sort of, you know, your old model of how driving games used to be. This is a little like pole position, although you aren't passing, the cars that you pass are not counting as good or ill towards your position. Not a whole lot of obstacles here, which is interesting, but I guess I'll take. Just other cars. You know, honestly, considering how fast I'm going, those pickup trucks and semis, considering I'm not necessarily passing them like they're standing still, are pretty impressive. Actually, I forget offhand what exactly 255 kilometers is. 100 miles an hour is about 62 miles an hour. That is sort of the one conversion point I can remember. So I guess it'd be 20, 30, you know. What just happened there? Did I hit a pothole? Speed this game. Dang it. Lethal's telling me vital tips about San Andreas, and I've got to be too focused on the game action to actually interact. This is terrible. Oh, I got hit from behind by somebody. I got rear-ended and they just sort of passed through me. That's not what I was expecting. Only that's how rear-end collisions worked in real life, right, folks? And see, this is why you never wear seatbelts, folks. You want to roll out of your car to safety. Well, I'm not going to make it to the next checkpoint, which is too bad. I believe this is near the end. Oh yeah, it was near the next branch, and then the next branching path would have led me to an ending sequence. Speed in this game is silly like that in GTA San Andreas. Oh wait, I'm the number one, I got the top score. Well, holy crap. I will go ahead and hit up Splash Wave here for the, make this just one video like this. This is something that if I practiced up enough on it, I might actually think about going back and doing a series of trying to show, because there are multiple endings. You notice how, and you'll see it in the bottom right corner there, that thing that sort of looks like a fan? It's actually just a waved out bunch of different paths that you can take. And at the end of each of those paths is a slightly different ending. Some of them aren't even slightly different from what I hear. Some of them are vastly different from one another. What it is that you see waiting at the end of the road, we may never find out. The rate things are going, we certainly never will find out. Oh, we spun and then spun. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That always was a fun thing to do in GTA San Andreas. You could just, we'll take this branching path just because I haven't taken it. And, it would be something new to preview for everyone. But yeah, you can just leave a car blocked in the way. Sometimes I would, you know, go ahead and take the initiative to blow up a car in the road, and then all the other cars would hit all the wreckage and it would chain. You'd have quite a little bit of mayhem going on at that point. Ouch. So we're driving through, this is like if they built a road through the middle of Stonehenge, maybe? All of those pillars. No, we're not even going to get back to our car. Game over. You look at those two people sitting on the side of the road, crashed. Makes a reasonable amount of sense. I'm going to guess this is not one of the best Outrunners. Yeah. Only slightly worse than the initial run I made. Which I thought was comically bad. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Maybe I should make one more solid effort. Using my favorite theme. Taking the easy course all the way to the left every time. See whether or not we can reach it. One last honest attempt. That was actually beautiful, the way that pickup truck just sort of bumped me into a nice space 2 lanes away. So much tire smoke every time. Hear it squeal. You know what's interesting I'm noticing? The menu music at the very beginning of this Sega Arcade Gallery cart sounded terrible, and the audio of it was popping and everything else like that. When in fact that was the one part of this game that was specifically programmed for the Game Boy Advance, as opposed to being something that they had ported from elsewhere. This audio sounds just fine. What's up with that, THQ? When you come back, maybe you can clean up some of the audio on Game Boy Advance cards. That is something I feel like I've noticed about GBA, is that it's a system where sometimes the cartridges are real solid, and sometimes the audio is just terrible. Trying to take the easy road to victory. We'll see whether or not I can even do that. Last time I tried it didn't even go that well. Gotta keep thanking my lucky stars that there aren't that many roadside signs here. See you later, semi-truck. Ah, so close. Thought I was going to be able to manage to get out of that with just minor bumps and scrapes. Whoa. I was not even at that sign. I was still well on the road. Are they putting signs in the road? Oh, what's that shit? Went away. Alright, those seemingly insignificant trees are in fact a major hindrance. Let's not hit them. Not that it matters at this rate. I no longer have the time necessary to win. I may not have even beaten my top score. Look at us scissor our way up the world. Yeah, I don't believe I did. I am number 2, though. Number 2. It was an interesting idea the game designers had for this, though. Like, you get a good, like 5-10 minutes of gameplay out of it till you reach the ending. There's multiple different endings, but once you reach the ending, it doesn't matter how good you are at the game, it just ends. Almost there, just one good run. Just one outrun. Alright. Lethal's cheering me on. I feel like I have to, I can't just leave in a situation like that then. Speaking of which, Lethal, if you wanted to hop on the horn, I was thinking about doing some more Scribblenauts, but I feel like that game is better served with having additional heads to come up with innovative solutions to life's problems. But if not, I had a backup plan of an exciting new project. Or I could always just go with, oh wow, I've never been knocked into water. Well, this certainly isn't going to be the one good run. Why would you have a super highway that close to the ocean, for that matter? That just seems like it's asking for people to go off into the drink. I mean, it's not even like it's a bridge that's taking you in between one's, like one shore and another. Oh, I just got nagged out. That was an entirely new crash animation. I got nagged out by my girlfriend, or wife, or whoever this person is supposed to be in this game. Fortunately, I can't say that this is clearly Bean and myself. Both of us have slightly darker hair than the people in these, our respective positions in these cars. Oh, smash. Oh, man. Actually, I don't know a darn thing about No Man's Sky other than that, ow. I guess that I'm not the one person playing it. Hey there, OD dubs. Maybe I'll check that out one of these days, in a couple years after, it's no longer the it game everybody wants. That tends to be my pattern. I tend to play a game a few years after pretty much everybody's done with it. Game. Aw, hell no. What up, dog? Well, let's see what our high score is here anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about that maybe. We shall see what folks tend to think of. Oh, wait a second. I did not input the B. Am I gonna make it in time? There we go. Who released the cannon form quadruple department? Dogs. I get it. Dogs. And here we go back to the poppy, buzzy, actually programmed for Game Boy Advance music, as opposed to where everything else is. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this for YouTube real quick, and when we come back, who knows? Bye for now.